So what I've done here is I picked up this chart from Bloomberg, and you'll see that I think it was November for the first time, or October, I don't recall exactly, but somewhere around October, November, they went above 7%, and kind of hell broke loose, and across the media you would hear statements that, oh, this can't continue for a long period of time. The fact that Ireland, Greece, and Portugal, they were all forced in requesting for a bailout once their 10-year bond yields climbed above 7%, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. The question you have to ask yourself is, why is this important for you to understand? So what's the relationship between the sovereign debt crisis and Italy's 10-year bond yields, and what does this have to do with trading currencies? That's the whole intent of my presentation today. Something to keep an eye on. Some of the facts I'll go through today, most of this you should probably know by now, but if you haven't, and if you haven't kept a trail of list of events, then hopefully this should help you. So as I say up here, size matters, right? So again, it's common knowledge. I just picked up this from Wikipedia. And again, if you Google and go to different sources, some of the numbers might vary, but it will give you a general sense of where Italy stands in context to the other EU nations. Now, keep in mind that EU, which comprises, I'm trying to stand correctly, of 27 countries, its GDP is 26% of world's GDP. So 16.2 divided by 62.9, it's about 26% of world's GDP. So it's of course, it's quite significant. The countries I want to focus on today in the presentation are Italy, Spain, and the three, Greece, Portugal, and Ireland, that have already gone for bailout. The point or the case I want to make today is try and understand how much the euro dropped. How much the euro dropped based on Greece's bailout, Portugal's bailout, Ireland's bailout, and what proportion were they of the overall EU GDP, and what's the size of Greece, Portugal, Ireland compared to Italy and Spain, and if Spain goes for a bailout, which seems, well, again, we'll see what happens. And if Spain was to follow, how far can the euro drop? And I keep saying euro, but again, it's Aussie, Kiwi, risk, how far risk off will happen, essentially. So a quick math would tell you that Italy's GDP, 2 trillion, these numbers are in billions, by the way. 2 trillion is 13% of the overall EU's GDP. Spain's 1.4 trillion is 9% of EU's GDP. Greece, which was really the main cause, followed by Portugal and Ireland, their combined GDP of 738 billion is only 5%. I'll repeat this. This is the point I want you to understand. Greece, Portugal, and Ireland's combined GDP, 305, 229, and 204, based on 2010, 738 billion is only 5% of the overall $16.2 trillion EU GDP. These three nations combined, 5% is less than half of Italy. Italy is 13%, so it's more than double. Just keep that in mind. Spain is nearly twice of the three combined, Greece, Portugal, and Italy. So if I haven't said this loud enough or enough, then let me just put some boxes around it to make it further clear. Okay,